So once again, we welcome everyone joining us for this live stream. This is the 15th edition of the Silf Turf Cricket League 2023 edition. A fresh new start. It's a new weekend and some exciting matchups coming your way. The first one from ground number 2, Hsa Advocates. They are taking on C&M. C&M, remember, have won the toss and they elected to bat first. Now that's a very interesting decision because when we checked, when we went out there in the middle, the wicket was slightly sticky. Generally, the wickets have been low and slow, but there would be some early moisture. So it's a daring call from C&M. Would be interesting to see. There would be something in it for the faster bowlers initially. There would be some purchase, and I'm sure HSA Advocates will look. They will look to take full toll of that moisture on this deck initially. Early on in the first 6 overs, the ball should do something. It should move around. So C&M openers are out there. It's so I'm sure what CNM had in the back of their minds is the fact that there's a little bit of movement initially, a fresh new morning, fresh track. The pitches are rolled overnight, so the ball will come onto the bat nicely. The only downside of it is the fact that the seam bowlers, will get some purchase of the deck. But if you counter that, then the ball will really travel off the bat. Here we go. First delivery. The bowler coming in, and straight away some movement. Beaten comprehensively there. The batsman was looking for the drive through the offside, and the ball just coming in with the angle. A slight movement of the seam. So the field set, remember the power play overs in effect. The first 6 overs are the mandatory power play overs. Just like any T20 competition across the globe, there is a third man outside the circle, so is a sweeper cover. So no protection on the onside. That's nicely done. That's exactly what I was talking about. Just using the pace of the bowler, finding the gap. First boundary. They are up and running, C&M. And what a good start as well. He was beaten of the very first delivery, and the next one he just guides it away. A hint of width, and he finds the gap, nicely threading the gap as well. Very good start. And C&M, their skipper, looked really confident when he won the toss, and he had no doubts in the back of his mind. He wanted to bat first, and in my opinion, that is a very good call as well, because the pitch is fresh. It's nicely binded together. Yes, there was some moisture on it. It kind of looked sticky, but I'm sure in this initial phase, batting is much easier. If you negate all that movement that the seam bowlers actually get off the track, the ball really comes nicely to the bat and it travels really quick. The outfield seems to be much quicker as well. So as the day progresses, the outfield also becomes a slow. Third delivery of the over. The bowler running in. Good shot, good looking. Defensive stroke. Just checks his shot through the offside straight to extra cover. The fielder does well. So Mr. Sehgal bowling at the first over for his team. Fuller in length. That's the length you'd like to explore, because the previous couple of deliveries were just back of a length deliveries, and you really want to exploit these conditions. Pitch it up, see what the ball is moving, and that will put the batsman under immense pressure as well. Once again, there is a big gap there. All he had to do was get some bat on it. A low full toss on the pads, and the batsman just guides it away for the second boundary of the day. What a good start this is for CNM. This is exactly what they were hoping from their batsmen after they won the toss and elected to bat first. Such a good stroke that. And once again, it really surprises me that field. There was a big gap in mid wicket, and there were no boundary riders there. Once again, that gap stays just two men on the onside. That's a remarkable field if you look at it, but the bowler will have to maintain that particular line. Slight misfield. The fielder should get to it. Gets a couple of more runs. So, for this field, for this particular field, the bowler will have to ensure that he keeps it around that fourth, fifth stump. Even giving the batsman some width won't matter because the offside field is packed, but there are just two fielders on the onside, and there's a big gap as well. There are acres of spaces on the onside. That is, so jersey number 19 on strike. That is a very good start for C&M. They're 10 for no loss after the first over is done and dusted. Satara Chandra, jersey number 11, he's a man on strike. Mehul got off to a very good start. He's batting on 10 of just 6 deliveries. Got his team off to a flyer. So Adarsh into the attack. Adarsh on top of his bowling mark. He's running in. He's a skiddy bowler, just like that. He's got a very interesting release as well. Does Adarsh? His arm typically functions like a fulcrum, and that could really surprise you as a batsman. He just ambles in, approaches the stumps in a very relaxed manner, and just into the nick of time, that awkward angle comes in, and it's mostly coming in to the right-handed batsman. It's almost like the release point of somebody like, say, a Bumrah. Gives you that fraction of a second less to react accordingly. So the batsman not happy with something, it seems. So Adarsh once again running in. That's a beauty. An absolute peach of a delivery. That's what I was talking about. His wrist comes in awkwardly and just jacks back in, troubling the batsman more often than not. And just if he could get the ball moving away from the right hander, would make things way more difficult for the batsman. Another good delivery. The batsman just pushes it straight back to the bowler. Another dot delivery. So it's a good start by Adarsh. Has given away just one run. That took courtesy a misfield. So he'd be a bowler to watch out for in this tournament. Again, the batsman just opening the face of the bat, doing it nicely here. Is Mehul just guides it away towards the third man region, gets another single. Final delivery of the over coming up. Tara is back on strike. So others are pulling things back somewhat. And so he's decided to come around the wicket. Bowls it wide of the batsman, who looks to go after it. Played and missed. That's the end of the second over. Good over that. Just 2 runs coming off at C&M. They're 12 for no loss after the second. So after that very good start by C&M, others pulling things slightly back, bowling that tidy over, giving away just 2 runs. And what a good delivery that is. Once again, jagging back in. That wasn't too far away from the off stump as well. Very good delivery. Jersey number 7 looking to drive it towards the cover region. Is comprehensively once again beaten. The bowler steaming in. Fuller in length. That's the length I would like to see being exploited by the bowlers, especially in the first 6 overs within the power plays. Batsman reaching out to it, driving it nicely, but plays it straight back, straight to the fielder, rather. So Mehul is really a complete batsman. He's a total package. Can play the power game, play the role of the sheet anchor, and is excellent when it comes to running between the wickets. Just like you saw there, was a quick call, and his partner responded really well in the end. Just a push, just a tap towards the offside, and they were set. This is the third over of the innings. C&M, remember, had won the toss and elected to bat first. Fuller once again, and this time the batsman goes for it. No second thoughts there. Tara heaves it away towards the long off region, and that's his first boundary. And what a shot as well. That will give him a lot of confidence. Mehul was going along nicely, and Tara was really playing second fiddle to him. No half measures there. Very good shot. Good extension of the arms as well. And Rishabh, generally a threat with the new ball, has been expensive today. Definitely an off day for him. If they need to pull things back, they need a wicket here. And they get one. Just like a wish there. What a comeback that is. Another incoming delivery. And the batsman once again looking to play it across towards the offside and loses his off stump. Wonderfully bowled. And Tara Chandra has to depart. He goes for 5. So C&M have lost their first wicket. They're 17 for 1. So the new man walks out to the middle. A left-hander comes in at 1 down. Ajay Chauhan is the new man. He'll be facing his first delivery. So this would be some field changes being made there by the bowler and the captain. So this would be slightly tricky for the bowler as well as the fielders because it's always difficult to operate when there is a left hand right hand combination out there in the middle. So the wicketkeeper just making sure that the angles are covered perfectly. There is still a sweeper cover and a third man for the left hand as well. And what a beauty! If you're a batsman just walking out, that's not the first delivery you want to face. Really well bowled. He was right on the money. Great comeback this by the bowler. Third over gone. C&M 17 for 1. That's a successful over that comes to an end. So it's a gloomy day. Has been this scenario in the national capital since the last 3 or 4 days. Days have been really gloomy, smog all around. But I'll tell you what, Mehul at the moment is seeing the ball well. He's got his team off to a very good start. So has Adarsh, who's bowled beautifully with that wrist position of his. That wrist coming like a corker. Really difficult to negate that, especially considering the fact that the way his wrist just hits across, you have that fraction of a second less to react to it, making things even more difficult when the bowler gets some purchase of the deck. Just like that, but Mehul has put it away. He knows that the natural angle of the bowler would be coming into him, and he just heaves it away. Once again, going with the full flow of the bat, just short of being a maximum. But what a nice shot that is. That's exactly what I was talking about. This batsman is so composed. He's such an all-round package as a batter. Excellent when it comes to running between the wickets. Can play all along the carpet as well. Can go big. And really a good addition to any team. Others running in again. That was the first boundary he conceded. Good comeback. Just hits it a back of a length, a couple of meters away from the previous length. He was bowling fuller to Mehul as well. Probably he'd be better off bowling that length to the new batsman, to Ajay. But Mehul is well set, and that back of the length delivery might trouble him. Playing your shots again against that length won't be easy. So backward square leg has been pushed back. Adarsh running in, long off in place. Oh, that swung away nicely. That's hit hard, and that will travel to the fence once again. Mehul at the moment is dealing in boundaries. Moves into the 20s, the second boundary of this over. And he's looking good. He's looking good. He's looking dangerous. Hsa Advocates, they needed a wicket up first, but they need to get rid of this man because once he gets going, you know for sure he's going to get a big one. And when he gets a big one, you're in trouble as a team, as an opposition. He scores them quickly as well. Goes downtown again, goes straight, another boundary. He's striking them so well as Mehul. No chance for anyone. And there's a big gap as well there. And nobody at mid on, nobody at long on. Makes it far too easy for Mehul, who gets a fuller length delivery and drives it away nicely. So whenever it has been pitched up, Mehul has found it easy to get to the line of the delivery and hit it across. Such a good striker of the cricket ball is this guy. Moves to 26 of just 17. Adarsh has been slightly expensive in this over. Has conceded 3 boundaries already. Just taps it away towards the offside. That's again a good call. Excellent running between the wickets. The non-striker responding well. And he will keep strike. Another good over for C&M. That's the end of the fourth. And C&M, they're 32 for 1 after the fourth. So start of a fresh over. And the first bowling change are being introduced. Quick single. Chance of a run out. Makes it back in the end, Ajay. That was quick. Had to be quick as well. I think it was a case of a bad bounce for the wicketkeeper. Otherwise, if he had collected that cleanly, would have been a close call. There was no need for that risk for C&M. And Mehul and Ajay making that call. Ajay was at the danger end. In the end, survives that scare. Does Ajay? So the bowler coming in around the wicket. Another bowler with an interesting action is Ahmed. Ajay plays it straight back to the bowler. Another dot delivery. So Ajay is yet to get off the mark. He's faced just 2 deliveries though. Ahmed going back to his bowling mark. Mehul, how How good has he looked? Has done the bulk of the scoring. Full length delivery, stylish looking drive. Plays that with the typical left-hander's elegance, but straight to the fielder standing at covers. No chance of a run there. That was pitched up once again. So yes, they have tried to exploit any purchase of this track. The bowlers, they pitched it up. The length has been fuller, but that's where Mehul has really excelled. Anything full, he's put it away. And the only length that has kept him quiet to some extent has been that short of a length, at back of the length deliveries that the bowlers have bowled, the heavy balls as we call it. And we've seen on this deck, it's a different scenario when the ball is new and hard and the power plays are in effect. But once the ball gets older and the deck becomes slower as well, there is some wear and tear on the ball. Playing the horizontal cross batted shots becomes really difficult. Goes big, Ajay. That's well within the way, but there is a protection out there. Long off quickly gets to it, cuts the angle, keeps it to just one. Ajay off the mark with that single. Mehul back on strike. So, one thing HSA advocates have really done well is the fact they've adjusted to this left hand right hand combination pretty well. We haven't seen too many looseners or too many wides. I think they've been very tidy with that. The wides, that is. I think just one wide has been bowled in this inning so far. So Ahmed, even to the right-handed batsman, decides to come around the wicket and goes big. Mehul has gone massive, but that's in the air and that's a miss. Would you believe it? It's not easy. I can tell you that. Went miles high in the air. That was definitely not off the middle of the bat. Mehul was looking for that region at cow corner, and it looked like it almost traveled the distance, but not to be. It went miles high in the air, and that was a very difficult chance for the fielder. If he had taken that, then his team would have been definitely on top. And Mahal sensibly this time turns it away towards the onside, gets a quick single, and that's the end of an eventful over. 5 overs gone. C&M, they're 38 for 1 after the end of that. Mahal looking good. He's batting on 31 of just 21 deliveries. So a hazy morning. We've been reading the news that Delhi has almost become like a gas chamber. Breathing hasn't been easy, but at the moment, C&M would be breathing a sigh of relief because Mehul has just got a life and he's looking really good out there. The bowler ready to steam in. Mehul are just marking his crease. And really, in this innings so far, he's just stamped his authority, taking his card once again. Another change in bowling. Vijay has been introduced into the attack. The second change, and he'll be bowling the final power play over. I would be interested to see what Mehul's approach will be. He has a look around the field, just making sure that where exactly that fielder is running to. He's been positioned at a wideish, fine leg angle. So Vijay steaming in. Mehul is the man on strike, short of a length. That's the length in particular that Mehul has struggled to score against. Not that it looked like he might get out when he bowled that back of a length deliveries, but he hasn't been able to score freely off that length. But whenever it has been pitched up, whenever it has been pitched fuller, he's gone for it. He's gone after the bowlers. Once again, beaten all ends up. So Vijay realizing that, once again bowls it back of a length, that hard length, because he has seen that there has been hardly any movement for the new ball bowlers. There was some moisture on the deck, but it was also a sticky wicket that's hit hard but straight to the man standing at mid on. That travelled really quickly. Ajay wanted a single, but Mehul knew that it would have been a risky one if they had opted for that single. Mehul batting in his 30s. He's such a vital cog for the C&M team. Looks to advance on the ground. That's a big miss. Costly miss. There was definitely an edge on it. Everybody on the ground could hear that. Mehul once again struggling against that back of a length delivery. Vijay persisting with that. He looks to advance down the ground and reach up to the pitch of the delivery and swing it across. Gets the under edge, travelled quickly to the keeper who was surprised by it in the end. Just kicked up probably on him. And a close call, a big shout by the bowler. The umpire is unmoved. So Mehul this time stuck in his crease. The ball once again coming in. And Vijay is bowling well. He knew that the batsman would have that previous delivery in the back of his mind. And he was deep rooted to his crease, was Mehul. Fine leg is being called in. Third man is being pushed out. So final delivery of the power plays, and he's cleaned him up. He's cleaned him up, and Mehul's bows comes to an end. He was clearly struggling against Vijay. What an over this has been. Sensational stuff. A wicket made in the end. He truly troubled Mehul in this over. Out and out. First with the length, and then with the movement he was getting off the deck. A sharp in swinging delivery, and Mehul had no bat on it, no contact made, and it hits the stumps, the middle of middle. And HSA Advocates, they are on top at the moment. They got the danger man. Mehul goes for a well-made 33. C&M, they are 38 for 2 after the power play overs. So power plays are done and dusted. The new man is Rizwan, but he would be at the non-striker's end because the wicket was taken of the final delivery of the previous over. So now the field can be spread. You can have as many as 5 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Ahmed will continue. Once again, right on the money. And HSA advocates, they've been very good with their lines. They've time again wondered what length would be good to particular batsmen, but the lines have been pretty immaculate. Once again, a very stylish stroke inside out, long off, does well. It's good all-round cricket. Very good shot played by Ajay. Goes inside out. Looks so stylish playing through that offside. A safe haven for left-handers. They look so good playing through that offside. Typical left-handers elegance. The new man will be on strike, facing his first delivery. Ahmed will be running in once again, coming around the wicket, bowling that awkward angle just within the tram line, but wide of the batsman who looks to heave it away towards the offside. So C&M, they're clearly on the back foot here after Mehul's loss. What an over that was from Vijay, bowled on wicket made in his first over and got the dangerous batsman Mehul of the final delivery of that over. That's just chipped away towards the onside. Was uppish, but away from the fielder. Gets a single, one more run added to the total. Gets Ajay back on striker to see that single. So this is a very good comeback from HSA Advocates. Once again, there's a left-hand, right-hand combination out there in the middle. Ahmed just making sure that the fielders are placed according to his liking here. Ajay goes back. That has gone miles up in the air. Would be a miraculous catch if somebody gets to it. He gets to it, but has been dropped in the end. Ajay, looking to break the shackles, was once again looking for that extra coverage, and that went miles up in the air. Had a lot of hang time, and as I said, would have really been a miraculous catch if he had got to it and if he had held on to it. He gets to it. That's the easier part, but holding on to it, these catches they can be really tricky and they are difficult as well. So Ahmed drops a tough chance of his own bowling. He's bowled well, has Ahmed. That's punched straight to the fielder at point. No chance for run. So that's the end of the over. Good one. Just 3 runs coming off it. So seventh gone. C&M, they're 41 for 2. So the run rate has dropped below 6. Vijay will continue, and that's just glanced away off his pads. Nicely done towards fine leg, and that travelled quickly as well. And for the first time, Vijay bowling a wayward delivery on the pads of the batsman. Just losing radar. And Ajay nicely puts it away, just using the pace of the bowler. All he had to do was get some bat on it. And Ajay moves to 7. C&M approaching their 50 run mark here. They have been slightly slower when it comes to the scoring clip after the loss of Mehul. Vijay running in. Takes it on the fall and this time through the offside. Back to back boundaries of the bat of Ajay. And that is smart cricket as well. From the pavilion, his teammates were shouting when Ajay played that silly shot in the previous over, was looking to play that big shot. They asked him to play sensibly, and that's exactly what he's doing now. When he's in full swing, he's such a delight to watch. As Ajay is such a free flowing batsman, and that's a very good delivery. Vijay beats him, all ends up. Ajay is so good to watch through the offside, through the onside. He's a stylish batsman. Vijay running in, fuller length delivery, a bit too full, squeezes that out. Ajay just works it away towards point, straight to the fielder, no chance of a run. So Vijay bowling that brilliant first over, a wicket maiden that was, and now has been taken for two boundaries of the very first two deliveries of a fresh new over. Shot again down the leg side. Ajay losing his balance. The keeper not able to collect that cleanly. A wide signal by the umpire and a 50 up for CNF. 50 up courtesy that wide and that single that by the batsman run across. And Rizwan is back on strike. Rizwan batting on one. He's faced just three deliveries. Vijay has been slightly expensive this over. Yes, every now and then the bowler's using that towel. There is some morning dew. And that's understandable because of the climate. The climate will get harsher as the days progress, as the tournament progresses. And the dew would be heavier, the overnight dew that is. So the moisture on the deck initially in the morning would be heavy. The batsman once again nicely getting on top of the bounce, works it away towards sweeper cover, gets another single. Gets Ajay back on strike to face the final delivery of this eighth over. What a contest this is going to be. Hsa Advocates taking on C&M. Should be a wonderful contest. A mouth-watering one. Just turns it towards point straight to the fielder that travelled quickly. That's the end of the eighth. 11 coming off it. C&M. They're 52 for 2 after the eighth. So we'll get started with the ninth over. Ahmed will continue. Ahmed into his third. Surprising that Ahmed has been asked to continue. And what a nice stroke that is. That's crisp. And misfield as well. How unfortunate is that? They'll get an extra run, almost running away for a boundary. And it is a boundary indeed. It is a boundary signal by the umpire. That was travelling quickly. That was hit hard by Rizwan. And sweeper cover. Couldn't stop it. That was travelling. So Rizwan gets his first boundary. Ahmed not happy with that effort. That was a sharp Yorker. Plays it straight back to the bowler, who does it really well off his own bowling in his follow through. Rizwan batting on run a ball 6. C&M they're 56 for 2 at the moment. Short of a length once again. The batsman guides it away towards third man, gets another single, one more run. Ajay is back on strike. Ajay has played a few delightful strokes in the previous over. Ahmed bowling his third, and the run rate has gone up. These two growing in confidence after each delivery. It's once again on the pads of the batsman, who just guides it away, just taps it around the corner, gets a quick single. That's good cricket, smart cricket. That they know that every now and then they will get a few looseners that would be easier to put away to the fence. So what they've got to ensure is that there aren't too many dot balls in this innings. Ahmed running in. That one stayed low, and that's away from the tram line as well. Wide signal by the umpire. We'll have to re-bowl that one, Ahmed. That one really keeping low, and that's what we keep talking about. Once the ball gets old, probably after the first 6 overs, the wear and tear on the ball is too much, especially as the day progresses, because this pitch, his its true nature is that it's quite abrasive. So there's a lot of wear and tear on the ball. The ball becomes softer, and once the ball becomes softer, then there's low bounce on this deck. It becomes really difficult to hit it across towards the square. That is a horizontal bat shots. You're much better off playing in the way. It's a very good delivery. Great comeback that by Ahmed. That's the end of the over. Ninth gone. C&M, they're 60 for 2. तो मेरे को बुरा लगा तब जाकर मैंने दिया। मेरे अपार्टमेंट के गार्ड थे, उनको यार निकल गई। अब वो बेचारे कुत्ते को मार रहे थे। अब मैं बोल दिया, मैंने उसको एक दिन पहले मना किया था, मैं यार ऐसी हरकत करते हो, और मेरे को गुस्सा आ गया बहुत तेज, क्योंकि वो कुत्ते को मैं रोज खाना देता हूँ ना, बहुत भोला कुत्ता है। फिर मैं गया थोड़ी देर में, मैंने खाना खाया, हाँ तब वो भी खाएंगे, मैं रोल खाओ, मैं कभी बनाया, क्या बोलता है। अब थोड़ी शर्म भी आती है ना ऐसे लोगों को, पता नहीं कि कोई क्या सोचे खाना देने पे। मैं वेस्ट नहीं करना चाहिए खाना। So start of a fresh new over, and a spin being introduced for the first time in this innings, and that's nicely played by Rizwan. Plays it towards long off, gets a single. So the leggy comes into the attack, bowling his first. He'll be bowling the 10th. Gets Ajay back on strike courtesy that single. Ajay batting on 12 at the moment. So I think it's rather Adarsh bowling leg spin. Or is it? Not too sure. The scorer tells us that it's Adarsh bowling leg spin. And that's been put away. That was a freebie by the bowler. On the pads, full. And Ajay gets down, sweeps it away towards the backward square leg region, gets a boundary. That's his third boundary. Another stylish stroke. We were talking about his offside play, but he's equally good through the onside as well. Moves to 16. He's such a treat to watch as Ajay when he gets going. Tossed up nicely. That's taken on the full. That's been put away. That will travel to the fence, but we'll wait for the signal from the umpire as well. What is the signal going to be? A boundary signal, and no signal from the square leg umpire. That was once again a gift given away by the bowler. Ajay moves to 20, and HSA really, when Mehul was batting, they bowled a couple of really tight overs to put the pressure on Mehul. But as soon as Rizwan has walked out, the pressure has been eased by HSA Advocates. They bowled some looseness. The bowling hasn't been quite up to the mark, quite up to the standards of HSA Advocates. And C&M, they've just settled down nicely, these two. And once they get going, these two are really dangerous batsmen. And Adarsh goes back, resorts back to his faster option, faster medium pace. And that's been once again put away from by Ajay. Just opening the face of the bat, using the pace of the bowler, nicely guides it away, threading the gap. There was no chance for the fielder standing at third man. Very good shot. So indeed, it is Adarsh who thought about bowling some leg spin. It's I was really uncalled for in the end. Nicely gets behind the line of the ball, defends it, just a push towards covers. A taut delivery. Already an expensive over. This Adarsh, after bowling that wonderful first over, has been expensive in his next two. Has conceded 3 boundaries in this over. 13 runs already of it. Final delivery of the over coming up. Oh, just checking his shot. Just short of the fielder at covers. Just at the last moment, pulling out of it. Or is that a wicket? Has that carried? I think it has carried. From this angle, it looked like it was slightly short. Oh, indeed, it was short. Indeed, it was short. From the reaction of the batsman, it seemed like it had carried. But yes, it was short. Good change of pace from Adarsh at the halfway mark. C&M 73 for 2. So drinks are off the field, and we'll have the mandatory change of ends after the first 10 overs. Start of the 11th over. Ajay still out there. It's looking good. Ajay batting on 24. Rizwan batting on 9. Run a ball 9 for Rizwan. He'll be the man on strike. So Jersey number 1. He's into the attack. I reckon he'd be bowling his first. Another leggy and plays the inside out shot. He plays that shot well. Hits it hard, does Rizwan. And there was no chance for the fielders there. Was put in the gap, precisely in the gap as well. There was a long off in place and sweeper cover was slightly wider, more towards the extra cover region, deep extra cover region. That was hit really hard. The timing on that one was immaculate. Rizwan moves into double figures with that shot as well. Not the best of starts for jersey number 1. That was fired in, but down the leg side, we'll have to re-bowl that one. Good take by the keeper that. So C&M now moving along nicely. They picked up their pace. At one point of time after Mehul's departure, the run rate was below 6. And now it's 7.5. Almost 7.5, 7.30. Quicker again. That was a wrong one, I believe. The batsman just playing it towards the point region. No chance of a run. Good comeback this by the bowler. The first one was really tossed up. Once again, fires it in on the pads. They sneak a leg by. One more run taken, courtesy a leg by. So Padam is bowling his first, and for the left-hander, he decides to come around the wicket. I think that's the right call as well. That's an option that a lot of leg spinners don't opt for in the modern game. And at this point of time, we'd really like to thank our sponsors, Hamdard Safi. And that's in the air. Could be taken, but might fall safe. It does fall safe. Ajay will come back for the second. So 2 more runs taken. Ajay once again taking on the bowlers, playing an aerial shot. So our sponsors are for the 15th edition of the Silf Turf Cricket League are Hamdard Safi, Silf Society of Indian Law Firms, Turf Sports Management, Ram Ratan Group, Par and Bench, the Indian Legal News. All of them, a big thanks. They've made this wonderful tournament possible. This is the grand edition. 32 teams participating this time around. It's a bigger and better. What a tournament we witnessed so far. Some wonderful teams fighting it out against each other. Meanwhile, another single taken. So, what C&M are doing nicely here is making sure that they aren't letting go of any opportunities to take singles to keep the scoreboard moving. Yes, the occasional risks you'll see once again just drills it towards long off. But there haven't been too many dot balls. And I reckon that's the end of the over. 10 runs coming off it, 11 gone. C&M, they're 84 for 2. Jersey number 10 running in Bringing in a fresh new over, takes it on the full, hits it straight just over the bowler's head. Long off should cut it. Keeps it to two. Excellent running between the wickets. They've run hard, they've run fast, seizing every opportunity once again, trying to convert the singles into doubles. And that's really smart cricket. C&M have ensured that there haven't been too many dot deliveries. Adarsh is bowling his final over. Gets it to end of the bat. Third man does well. Keeps it to just one in the end. One more run added to the total. Adarsh, surprisingly, after that brilliant first over, has been expensive today. Tried a bit of a leg spin as well. This is the 12th over of the innings. Ajay has looked really good, batting on 27 of just 21 deliveries. Another stylish stroke. How good does he look when he plays that shot and misfield? The fielder couldn't get down in time. And talk about timing there. That was hit so crisply. Doesn't try to hit it too hard, just times it perfectly. That backhand coming down and perfect backlift as well. What a shot that is. Such a delightful stroke. He's such a treat to watch, Ajay. We always talk about the typical left-hander's elegance. This is exactly what we talk about. Ajay personifies that through his batting. What a player. Squeezes that out. It's right in the block hole. Good delivery that by Adarsh. And Ajay, one thing I really like about him is that he plays with a straight bat. Whenever, even when he's going aerial, the bat is so straight, just like that. Plays within the V. That's really good to see because, you know, this format is such that every now and then you see that ugly hoik, that cross-batted hoik. People trying the ramp shot, the unconventional strokes as well. So that's been good to watch. Ajay has been like a breath of fresh air in this tournament. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. When it comes out, it looks good. No matter how you hit it, boundaries are important in this format. But the main problem has been the fact that these pitches haven't really helped the batsmen playing cross-batted shots, especially once the ball gets older. The bounce on this track is fairly low, and it's a slow deck as well. So it's not easy playing through the square. So meanwhile, another good over for the batting team. C&M after 12, they're 93 for 2. So spinner will bowl his second. Once again, just fires it in. That's good bowling. Good bowling considering the format of the game. You know, T20s, it's not the wickets you take, it's more about the dot deliveries you bowl. Every now and then, the fielding team using that towel once again just fires it in, fires it straight, and a direct hit is in, but I'm sure the batsman made it back. Ajay desperately wanted that single, and that's good as well because he knows the value of rotating the strike, keeping the scoreboard ticking. There have been hardly any dot balls in this innings, and that is why C&M are in a very good position. Remember, and that's almost a wicket. That was hit hard, and chance of a run out as well. He makes it back in the end. A comedy of errors. Was hit really hard. Would have been a fabulous catch if Padam had held on to it, but that was a very difficult chance as well. They get a single in the end. So Ajay back on strike, batting in his 30s, fires it in once again. Down the leg side will be called a wide. It is called a wide. They sneak by as well. Fine leg tends to it. So C&M are slowly approaching that three-figure mark, and they are in a very good position considering the conditions. Considering this is the first game of the day, this is a good score so far. But they'll have to play out all their 20 overs well. HSA, meanwhile, they want wickets. That's exactly what they want. These two are well settled now and they're looking dangerous. But I'll tell you what, Rizwan played Padam for the first time and he hit him through the extra cover region for a boundary. And ever since, Padam has just fired it in. And Rizwan has found it slightly difficult to score against him because of that pace. He's not offering too much of flight. He's pulling it flat. And Ajay goes big. Long off in action. And he puts it down. Ahmed the man. Once again, not the easiest of catches, but a chance nevertheless. And it was the danger man Ajay as well who gets another reprieve. Ajay is not happy with himself. Neither will be Ahmed. Went straight to him. Goes again. Another chance for Ahmed. This time just falling short of him. The batsman opting to play too many aerial strokes. That's the end of the 13th C&M. They're 99 for 2 after 13th. After the 13th over, 7 more overs to go. So Ahmed will be bowling out his final over. The batsman Rizwan plays it through extra cover once again. Gets only a single. No timing there. Generally, he times it really well through the offside. Just a single on that occasion. Ajay back on strike, batting on 33. So, understandably, a few fielding changes for the left-handed batsman, but that's an that's a weird field setting because Ajay looking to drive it on the up. He's lucky to not get an outside edge there. But if you look at it between mid wicket and fine leg is very fine. There's a big gap. There are acres of space, and also that's a crime when you've got such a field set for you, and you're bowling on the pads of the batsman. Gets away with that one. Does Ahmed? If he had got any bat on it, that would have been traveling towards the fence. So when you're set this kind of a field, you're supposed to bowl, or the captain expects you to bowl around that fourth, fifth stump channel, just like that. Once again, checks his shot, Ajay. And that's another boundary. Just evades those two fielders standing inside the ring. That's a streaky boundary. Ajay was not in total control of that. But once again, he looks so good, so composed. Such an all-round batsman is Ajay, uh, presenting the straight face of the bat once again. Just just checking his shot in the end because the ball coming slow off the deck. The bowler foxing the batsman with his pace, bowling it slower, and gets a fingertip to it. This time the fielder, they'll come back for the second, taking on the fielder's arms. Brilliant stuff. 100 up as well for C&M, and 100 up in quick time. Ajay looking really good. He's looking solid. He's on his way to another half century. 37 of just 28. Started off slow, but he's growing in confidence. Just a tap towards the mid-wicket region. Gets a single and he will keep strike. That's smart cricket. So Ahmed's spell comes to an end. He's given away 25 runs off his 4 overs. 14th gone. C&M, they're 106 for 2. So Padam will continue the leggy. That's it hard. That's in the gap. 4 more runs. That's another aspect of Ajay's batting. He's exploited the gap so well. He knows where exactly the field placement is for him. And he nicely works out his charts. He knows what shot to play and when to play that again. That's important. Especially when the bowler has got his own plans for you against you. Ajay moves to 44. He's looking like a big threat to HSA. Not the timing he would have liked. He looked at his bat, and that's gone for 4. He was not happy with that. It was not off the middle of the bat. He was staring at his bat when he played that shot, and a misfield. And HSA advocates have been really sloppy in the field today. They had their chances, and Ajay moves to 48. Back-to-back boundaries. What a way to start this over. Padam on the back foot. Padan has been able to keep the right-handed batsman quiet, but Ajay has scored freely against him. Meanwhile, another single and a wide as well. Meanwhile, a dead ball signal by the umpire. We'll have to re-bowl that. Padam. So here we go. Ajay batting on 48, approaching a milestone in this innings. What an innings this has been. Just too short off his 50 and he's cleaned him up. He was looking for that glory hit to get to his 50, but that was straight, that was fast. Padam just fires it in. Ajay was going for the big heave. He misses, and Padam hits the stumps. Unfortunate, anticlimactic in the end, but he's done his job. What an innings this has been. 48 of just 33 deliveries has taken his team to a very strong position in this match. C&M have lost their third. They're 115 for 3.
अपने ये स्पीकर है ना तेरे गले का, वैसे तू बकचोदी में पूरा बोलता है, और अब बात आती है तब तू मंदी मंदी बोलता है। भाई अलग ही टैलेंट है लौंडे में। हम्म, ठीक है, वो ग्राउंड थोड़ा हम वाइड एंगल बैठे ना इसलिए लग रहा है, सामने बैठे होते हैं ना तो वहां से सीधा आता है, साइड में थोड़ा दिक्कत आती है क्योंकि स्लोप होता है ना अपना ग्राउंड का भी, माइनर स्लोप है, दिखता है हमें, पर वो कैमरे में पूरा दिखता है, दूर से नहीं दिखता, पास से दिखता है। और सर ठीक हो? और भी बच्चे ठीक ही है, कभी हुए नहीं है, है ना? सीन बन गया। सारे बंद कर रखे हैं भाई।
Middle. He joins Rizwan, who's at the non-striker's end. And Padam getting a wicket finally. He's bowled well. Once again, fires it in. The ball just coming in with the angle. The batsman just taps it away towards the mid-wicket region, straight to the fielder once again. So wonderful knock from Ajay, coming to an end. Fires it in. The batsman was looking to heave it away towards the onside to get off the mark. And that's the end of a successful over. 15th gone. A C&M, they're 115 for 3.
पोजीशन क्या पहले स्पिन है, थर्ड।
So jersey number 9 bowling the 16th over. We're getting to the business end of this innings. Starts off well. A pacey delivery was quick through the air. Quick off the deck as well. Vijay back into the attack, bowling his third. So after this, just 4 more overs to go. Rizwan batting on 22. He's batted well, has Rizwan. And that's in the gap. Nicely getting onto the back foot, transferring his weight, and puts it away. And that's deliberately played by Rizwan. Such a smart shot as well. And the field positioning by HSA has been baffling. Some really unconventional field has been set by them in this particular game. A third man has been pushed back. Almost a third man. That's wide because they have a short third man in place, and there's a big gap there. There's a very big gap there. That's the problem. That was almost deep backward point, and the sweeper cover is more towards the extra cover region. So Rizwan is good through that area. Gets another boundary, back-to-back boundaries for him. That's a problem you have as a bowler and a captain. There's a big awaken gap there, and now sweeper cover has been brought in straighter.
सोलवा चल रहा है सोलिया
Slowly,
सोलह
the
सोलह
sun is beating down on this ground, and C&M, their batters are shining at the moment. 123 for 3. Rizwan moves to 30 with that previous boundary. Good comeback that by Vijay. Whenever he's attacked that hard length, the batsmen have found it difficult to score against him. Another good delivery. Quick, pacey, wide of the batsman, straight into the keeper's gloves. Final delivery of the over coming up. This has been a decent over apart from those two boundaries. Final delivery of the over coming up. 8 runs off it so far. Can he finish it off well, Vijay? Chips it straight to long off. Will get a single and will keep strike. That's the end of the 16th. C&M, they're 124 for 3. So Padam will continue. Padam bowling his final has been slightly more expensive than he would have liked, but Ajay really tore him apart. That would have dented his confidence as well. Never easy as a leg spinner bowling to a left-handed batsman. That's hit hard once again. Rizwan is timing the ball so well, and the fielder does put in the dive but can't stop the boundary. 4 more runs. Once again, he was pushed really wide. That's not your conventional long off field. 4 more runs. Rizwan moves to 35. He's looking good. Padam bowling it quicker. Once again, straight to the same man. We'll keep it down to just a single on this occasion. 1 more run taken. Prince is the new man. He's yet to get off the mark, has faced 3 deliveries. Goes big, Prince. What a way to open your account. That's a mammoth hit. The crowd had to take cover. Wow, what a start to the innings. Prince just takes a couple of steps front and hits it over long on, and a big hit as well. That's played really well. The score moves to 135. And now Hsa Advocates, they are clearly on the back foot. They need wickets. They need wickets and dot deliveries because they are looking at a score and a big one indeed to chase down. 160 should be on the cards. 3 more overs to go after this one. Padam is bowling his final. Long on after retrieving that ball. Settles down. Quicker. That's good cricket. Excellent cricket. Caught a 6 of the previous delivery. This time just turns it away towards the mid-wicket region. Gets a single. Gets Rizwan back on strike. Because Rizwan is well set. Going along nicely at a good pace. So 2 more deliveries to go in this over. And has been wrapped on the pads. That might be sliding down leg. That was a good ask though. Good shout. The slider just coming in quick. Going with the angle. And definitely missing leg. And the umpire was quick to call it not out. Final delivery of the over coming up. Goes big, Rizwan. No timing on it whatsoever. Long on will keep it down to just one. Rizwan will keep strike. Another good over for C&M. 17 overs gone there. 137 for 3. Rizwan is out there batting on 37. He will be on strike with just 3 more overs to go. So Rishabh bowling his third, and again a very good shot that by the batsman Rizwan. He's preferred that region and he's timed it so well. Another crisp stroke for another boundary, and he's really been toying with that fielder standing at long off. He's been putting in the hard yards, but sometimes to his right, sometimes to his left. He's uh, he's had a lot of ground to cover, but unfortunately, Rizwan is getting the better of him. Moves to 41. The problem is he hits it so hard. The timing is it's perfect almost. Possesses a lot of power. Does Rizwan? I reckon C&M they're 141 for 3 at the moment. This is the 18th over. Rizwan he's approaching his half century. Now goes big, goes straight. Should be at least a boundary. It is. Once again, that fielder coming in from long off. This time he had no chance whatsoever. Moves to 45, and now Rizwan picking up from where Ajay had left. He's picking up the pieces now. He started off slow and has shifted gears very quickly. 45 of just 34. What a power hitter he is. Thickish outside edge. Not the desired shot, but will get a single. Moves to 46. The ball goes towards third man. Gets a single. Gets Prince back on strike. Now Prince, he hit a mammoth six off the previous over. He's batting on 7. Has faced 5 deliveries. He will go for it. Does go for it. Doesn't get all of it. Goes towards long on. Keeps it to just 1. Gets Rizwan on strike. A couple of boundaries of the first few deliveries in this over. Could start. Rizwan again going for the big swing towards the offside. Swing and a miss. Quick delivery. Goes right under his bat and straight into the keeper's gloves. This has been a wonderful partnership for C&M. In excess of 30. And they're approaching that 150 run mark. They should definitely look to get 170 at least from here on. And I'm sure they will. Edges it straight to third man. Once again, will get a single. That's the end of the over. He will keep strike. He's moved to 47, 18th gone. And C&M, they're 148 for 3 now. So jersey number 9 will be bowling the penultimate over. Rizwan once again, nicely transferring his weight onto the back foot. He's been so good off the back foot. Works it away towards sweeper cover, gets another single, moves to 48, gets Prince back on strike. Now just 2 runs away from his half century is Rizwan. When he walked out to bat, he was only concerned about taking the singles and handing back the strike to Ajay, wrapped on the pads. They will sneak a leg by. Rizwan back on strike, batting on 48. And 150 up for C&M, courtesy that single. That's a landmark. But I'm sure they'd want to get to 170. Rizwan has worked out a way towards the third man region, and that's 50 up for him. 50 up in grand fashion. 50 of just 39 deliveries. What a knock this has been. He's been the first man in this innings who scored a half century. At one point of time, it looked like Mehul would get to a half century and then Ajay. But Rizwan has been the only man to get it done. Quicker. Just guides it away towards the offside. Gets one more run, gets Prince back on strike. 160 definitely on the cards. That's easy. That's a given. 170 plus, 175 plus, say C&M would be happy with that score. And Rizwan wanted a single. Prince wasn't aware to that opportunity of a single. A bit too late to react in the end, Prince. That's never a pleasant feeling when you're hit down there. Uncomfortable. That's the reason why he was not ready for that single. So all good to go. Final delivery of the 19th. Swing and a miss. It's a good comeback by the bowler. That's the end of the 19th. C&M, they're 155 for 3 with just one more over to go. How many more runs can they get? Vijay's spell comes to an end. He's given away 26 runs in his quota of 4 overs. And he's picked up a wicket. So final over. Rishabh will be bowling this final over of the innings. Bowling to Rizwan. Rizwan looks to guide it away using the pace of the bowler. He prefers that offside. And there are gaps as well. And he knows how to thread those gaps. Has nicely bisected the field every now and then, using the pace of the bowler, nicely getting on top of the bounce. This time makes room for himself, creates the power himself, heaves it away towards sweeper cover, only gets a single, one more run, gets Prince back on strike. Prince batting on 8 of 9 deliveries. C&M should definitely get to 160 at least. Not the best of starts to this final over for them. Rishabh steaming in. Prince looks to go big. Thickish outside edge. Should be taken. It is taken. The fielder is elated. And why not? That was an important wicket. So slowly pulling things back are HSA. They've got a wicket. And Prince will have to walk back. He looked fairly uncomfortable after being hit in the groin region. So C&M have lost their fourth as Prince walks back, and Rizwan is stranded at the non-striker's end at the moment with three more deliveries to go. So the new man walks out, and number 6 plays a good-looking stroke straight away. Works it away towards sweeper cover. The call is for two. He wanted to, but Rizwan was not interested. It sends him back. So he's off the mark straight away. Is Karan. Karanveer Khosla as the non-strike is in now. Two more deliveries to go in this innings. How many more runs can C&M get? Rizwan has a look around the field. And a quick delivery. Rizwan was once again looking to work it away towards the offside. A good one, a very good delivery that by Rishabh. Doesn't get any bat on it. Good effort as well by the bowler in his follow through now. 158 is what C&M have on the board. Final delivery of this innings. Swing and a miss. What a good comeback. What a final over. This has been a wicket and just 3 runs off it, which means that the target for HSA would be 159 in their quota of 20 overs. Should be a nail biting contest. This an interesting run chase definitely on the cards. So the action resumes. The players walk out to the middle. And 159 is the target for HSA Advocates. Their openers are out there. C&M, they've got the ball in their hands. Jersey number 19 will be bowling. Tara Chandra, who is also the opener, has been asked to open with the ball and almost produces a wicket up front. Thickish outside edge. He's lucky there. The batsman, jersey number 7. Saurabrato gets a boundary up front. And what a start this is. Saurabrato off the mark. Not in convincing fashion, but they will take it. HSA. So the captain having a word with his bowler, just trying to set a field. Remember, the first 6 overs will be the power play overs, the mandatory power play overs. You are allowed just 2 fielders outside the circle. There's a sweeper cover at the moment, and there's just 1 fielder outside the circle. In fact, there's a fine leg as well who's been pushed towards the fence. So Saurabrato Datta has been asked to walk out to open along with Rishabh. Tara, he's got the ball in his hand. He's running in. That's a good shot. Not quite in control, but he will get a boundary. I'm not too sure if that's exactly where he intended to hit it. But he's put that away towards the fence. That's right in the gap. 4 more runs. Remember, the target is 159 that they're looking to chase. Saurabrato moves to 8. Has got 2 hits to the fence. Jersey number 19 again running in. Gets on top of the bounce nicely this time around, and he cuts it away towards the offside. Sweeper cover. Can't cut it. Another boundary. And nicely done. Getting on top of the bounce. And hits it to the fence. The third boundary of this over. What a start this has been for HSA. That's a very good shot. Much more convincing. The first one was a thickish outside edge. Then through the onside. This time through the offside. Again, cuts it, but straight to the field at covers. No chance of a run. So brilliant start this already for HSA. They're looking to chase down 159, and C&M would be really upset with themselves because at one point of time it looked that they could get to at least 175. Fuller in length hits it straight to the feet, straight back to the bowler rather, and a slight hesitation. And a loud shout, and they are celebrating. They are celebrating. The men in orange. And I think that's the first wicket. Unfortunately, courtesy a run out. And that is really unfortunate. Rishabh doesn't even face a single delivery and he's run out. He's upset. He's really upset as he walks back. So it's all happening out there. Rishabh, he goes without facing a single delivery. He's not at all happy with the call that his partner made. So agony for Rishabh up front.
मीठा पानी है। भाई माइनस चल रहा है अभी यार, रिप्ले चल रहा है, वो रिप्ले भी नहीं दिखा रहा है। ध्यान नहीं रहता यार बोलते टाइम ना, ये दिख रहा है कि ये बोलता है, ये दिख रहा है कि तो आ जाएंगे। नहीं टॉपिक लिया मैंने, लेकिन प्लस नहीं दबाया, माइनस दबाया, इसलिए नहीं इसका रिप्ले चला दो बार।
So what a first over that was. Three boundaries of it and a wicket as well, courtesy run out. And that's another good shot that by Saurav Broto. How well has he timed that? Takes it on the full. Not the best of deliveries to start off from Rizwan. Pulls it down the leg. And Fuller as well. Puts it away in style. Meanwhile, Adarsh is a new batsman. He's at the non-striker's end because the wicket fell of the final delivery of the previous over. And he was at the striker's end as well. The score moves to 16 for 1. So this has been a really positive start for HSA. Goes big again. This time, chance. And he's put it down. He's put it down. Should have taken that. It was a danger man as well. Saurabh Broto had four hits to the fence. And it was the star player, the captain, making that mistake. Generally such a safe fielder. Jersey number 7. He got in position, got himself underneath the ball, and just pops out at the last moment. So that could prove to be a costly miss. Saurabh Broto looking good. Adarsh, the new man, he'll be facing his first delivery. Mehul giving a reprieve to Saurabh Broto. Rizwana running in. That's a very good delivery. The ball just moving away from the batsman, and a fumble at fine leg allows the batsman to take a single in the form of a bye. C&M generally a very good fielding unit. Once again, we're seeing the replays of that reprieve that Saurabh Broto got. Mehul dropping a catch. Saurabh Broto again looks to use the pace of the bowler, looks to guide it away towards that third man fence. Swing and a miss. Good bowling this by Rizwan. He's getting the ball to nip away from the right-handed batsman slightly. The score for HSA at the moment 18 for 1. They've started on a positive note, but unfortunately they've lost to Rishabh up front. Rishabh, really unfortunate, didn't even get to open his account. Nicely done again using the pace of the bowler. Just guides it away towards sweeper cover. Another single gets Adarsh back on strike. In fact, that was the end of the over. Or is it? It's not, I reckon. There's another delivery to go. So final delivery of the over coming up. Rizwan is running in. Ken looking to get on top of the bounce and guide it away towards the offside. No connection made. That's the end of the over. So second over gone. And HSA, they're 19 for 1. So they're still scoring at a very good clip. 9.5 is the run rate. And the required run rate is 7.78. Should be easy if they've got wickets intact. And if Saurabh Broto stays out there till the very end, then C&M are in a lot of trouble because he is a free-flowing batsman. He's good all along the ground, plays the big shots at will, takes on the bowlers, likes to take charge. Good shot was hit hard straight to mid-off, straight to the man, travelled quickly to him as well. Tara gave away 3 boundaries in his first over, but the team got a wicket courtesy a run out. That was really unfortunate for Rishabh. There are so many ways to get out in this game, but that is the most unfortunate way. You haven't faced a single delivery, get run out for no fault of yours. That's depressing for you as a batsman at times, especially when you want to do well for your team. There's a run chase at hand. You know that a good start is imperative. Thickish outside edge, and once again that has run away towards the third man fence. The fielder does it really well. Covered a lot of ground once again. That was a fine leg fielder who ran in quickly. He's really fine there. So comes in quickly towards the third man region, cuts it off. There's a third man, but he's inside the circle. Adarsh just taps it away. Thought about a single. Saurabh sends him back. Adarsh is yet to get off the mark. So this is a challenging total that C&M have on the board, 159. In these conditions, won't be a walk in the park. That's a wide. They will get a single. Buys and a wide as well. 2 runs coming off it. So that's something that C&M have to be mindful about. But with this bowling firepower that they've got, C&M, they can make life miserable for the batsmen of HSA. At one point of time, they would have thought that 175 was definitely on the cards. Their batsmen were going along nicely, and that's put away. That's put away towards the fence. How well has he timed the ball today, Saurabh Broto? And he's found the gap as well on more occasions than not. Just using his wrist really nicely. Rolling it towards the onside, straight through mid wicket. And he's threaded the gap nicely. Another hit to the fence for him. Moves into the 20s now. 5 4s in this innings already. Down the leg side will be a wide. Another extra. At this point of time, C&M, they know that they can't give away too many extras. That's one aspect where HSA were really good. Just 9 extras in that previous innings. That's good stuff. That's tight bowling. They didn't give away too many wides. No balls for sure. He's gone big. It's gone miles high in the air. Should be taken. It is taken. What a catch that is! And that is a very important wicket. A massive wicket in the context of the game. Sorobrato was looking $1 million out there. He has to go. He goes for 23. And Tara Chandra picking up a very important wicket. HSA in trouble now. They've lost their second. They're 27 for 2. So you can clearly see C&M are over the moon. Sorobrato, he got a reprieve early, but from the mindset he came out with, it looked like he wanted to dominate from the word go. He was running away with the game, and C&M now back in it. The new man walks out, but he's at the non-striker's end. Ashwin is the new batsman. Ashwin Rakesh, jersey number 8 at the non-striker's end. Meanwhile, Rizwan will continue. Adarsh has taken his time to get go. He's faced 4 deliveries, has Adarsh. Rizwan again running in, just lets it go. Another dot. So C&M nicely clawing their way back into this game, picking up that all important wicket of Sorobrato. Now 2 new batsmen out there, both of them yet to get off the mark. That's a stylish stroke through extra cover. Mid-off does really well. In the end, keeps it down to just 1. That ball was travelling maybe a couple of centimeters to his left, and that would have been a definite boundary. Now Ashwin on strike. Ashwin will be facing his first. The run rate has gone down. It's still good. It's still a healthy clip. 8 and over. Ashwin just punches it nicely off the back foot. The bowler does the fielding in his own follow through. No chance of a run. This has been a really quiet over for HSA. Takes it on the full, plays it straight to mid off. No chance of a run. Another dot. This has been a fine over from Rizwan. Remember, he's a man who's got a half century in the previous innings. Once again, showcasing why he's such a vital cog in this team. A true MVP. A half century and now bowling really well. Has given hardly anything away. That's in the air. The fielder can't get there. Keeps it to 2. So 2 more added to the total. Just 3 runs coming off it. That's the end of the 4th. HSA, they're 30 for 2 after the end of the 4th over.
मैं छोड़ देता हूँ, चलो मैं देखता हूँ, ऊपर नहीं है।
इसका ये निकल है ना।
ये ठीक है।
So 129 required of the next 96 deliveries. Two more overs of the power plays to be bowled. And spin being introduced for the first time. Jersey number 76. So the left arm orthodox bowler into the attack within the power plays. Nicely tossed up, and the question has been asked. That was mighty close. Really well bowled. Ajay, another star player with a bat, has been asked to come into bowl and starts off really well. Adarsh is the man on strike. That was a very loud shout and looked close as well. Nice, he gets on the back foot and beats Mehul. And once he did that, there was only always going to be just one result. That was traveling fast, straight to the boundary ropes. And no chance really for the fielder. That was a gimme ball. Sits up nicely. He had all the time in the world to put it away towards the fence wherever he wanted to. Gets a boundary. Adarsh gets to his first boundary. This time just firing it a bit quick and a bit fuller as well. The batsman just defends it off his back foot. Adarsh at the moment batting on 5.
वहाँ पे क्या लिखा है? 4.3।
Again looks to dab it a bit late. Was very close to the outside edge of the bat. Straight into the keeper's gloves. Good bowling this by Ajay. Except for that boundary. He's bowled well. Nicely bowled again. Tosses it up. And Adarsh just defends it. 125 still required. They've got 8 wickets in hand. But at the moment, what they really need is a partnership. They've lost 2 quick wickets. So, final delivery of the fifth over coming up. Once again, nicely getting behind the line of the ball. Defends it. 4 runs coming off it. 5 overs gone. HSA, they're 34 for 2.
कप में डाल दूंगा मैं। स्कूलों में बाहर है। दिवाली के टाइम नहीं नहीं कितनी बाहर हाँ स्कूल में बहुत छोटे
So, the final power play over. Mehul, the captain, brings himself on. Wearing jersey number 7, Ashwin, the man on strike, batting on 2. Pulls it a bit wide of the batsman, inviting him for the big booming drive. He goes for it, but no connection made straight into the keeper's gloves. So C&M at the moment right on top. They have their hands gripping tightly on this game, almost about to choke their opponents. Goes big. That's a good shot. That's a very good shot. Taking full toll of the field restrictions. And the fielder does really well. Very good effort by the fielder.
है ना
This is the final power play over. The batsman once again looking to guide it away towards the third man region, straight into the keeper's gloves. 123 still required. The current run rate has gone below 6.5. Ashwin at the moment batting on 4. And C&M have got a wise grip on this game at the moment. Run scoring hasn't been easy for Ashwin and Adarsh. Once again, the batsman finds the field at point. No chance for a run there. Another couple of deliveries to go in this over. Thickish outside edge. The fielder, will he get to it? He does. That's another wicket. That's the third one that has fallen. Never looked comfortable out there, Ashwin Rakesh. And he has to go. He goes for 4. HSA in big trouble now. They've lost their third. They're 36 for 3.
भाई पिच पे
So the new man walks out. He will be facing the final delivery of the power plays. Mehul getting his first wicket. Nicely played, but straight to the man at point. Couldn't find the placement. So that's the end of the power plays, and C&M at the moment right on top. They're 36 for 3, the batting team, after the first 6.
एक कोयला कमी तीनों से वो 6 रन ओके 3
Less. So Ajay will continue. The power play overs are done and dusted. Ajay bowling his second. 123 still required of the next 84 deliveries. That's nicely played, but straight to the field again. Mehul unfortunately couldn't stop that. That was hit really hard. He wanted a second there, but sends back the non-striker. Adarsh moves to 6. Vijay is yet to open his account. He's faced just one delivery. He'll be facing Ajay. Vijay, remember, had bowled really well. Has got a task at hand now. Straight to the fielder. I think had brushed the pads on its way. These two need to forge together a big partnership if HSA are to make anything of this run chase. Plays it quietly straight to the bowler. And runs have really dried up for HSA. They need a partnership and they need the batsmen to start scoring quickly. Again, the batsmen all at sea there. The ball goes towards the fine leg region, gets a single. Once again, not too far away from the stumps. Ajay, what he's doing good is that he's keeping it wicket to wicket, bowling it straight, not giving the batsman any room to work with, waiting his pace nicely too. The run rate has dropped below 6. That's nicely done. That's in the gap. The fielder, can he get there? He can't. That's gone for 4. So Adarsh gets another boundary, moves into double digits, and played that really late. Plays it almost out of the wicketkeeper's gloves. Nicely done by Adarsh. Moves to 10 courtesy that shot. So Ajay will continue. The batsman tries to guide it away towards mid wicket, straight to the fielder. That's a dot to finish the over. 7 overs gone. HSA, they're 42 for 3. So the skipper Mehul will continue. He's into his second shot and he's put it away. That's right in the gap. That's nicely done. That was a real loosener from Mehul. Looks to bang it in short, but you can't really do that with his pace. And the batsman had enough time to transfer his weight onto the back foot. Eyes his spot where exactly he wanted to hit it and puts it away towards the fence, a boundary. That's Vijay's first boundary of this innings. Batting on 5 of 5. Mehul again continues again. That similar length, shortish delivery, back of a length once again. The batsman once again not in total control, gets a thickish inside edge. The ball travelling towards the fine leg fielder, keeps it to just 1. HSA slowly approaching their 50-run mark. The run rate has really dropped when the opener was out there. They were going at a very good clip. Fires it in on the pads. Definitely going down leg side. A stifled appeal by the bowler. It definitely can't be given out. 112 still required. Guides it away towards the mid wicket region. Gets another run. One more run added to the total. Vijay back on striker to see that single. Was looking to eye that cover fence. There are no boundary riders on the offside. Inside edge onto the pads, no chance of a run. That's the end of the eighth. So eighth gone, HSA. They are 48 for 3. Swache into his third. Mehul has been economical. He's given away just 8 runs and he's picked up a wicket. The batsman drills it towards long on. Straight to Tara, who's standing there. Vijay back on strike, batting on 6. Now, these two are set. They need to get a move on. A wide signal by the umpire down the leg side.
बताओ
हैं? क्या कह रहे हो?
अभी ठीक करता हूँ कहाँ रहे बताओ
अरे इसकी वजह से हो रहा है boss।
तुम मास्क लगा लो भाई
है
रुमाल
नहीं ना।
बांध दो थैंक यू का थैंक यू बांध क्यों लगा रखा
उससे
मैंने
बोलूंगा कैसे?
आवाज आई नहीं
That's nice. He swept away. There was a fielder there over his head. Another boundary. Nicely done. It's a good sweep shot. And 50 up for HSA, courtesy that stroke. Very well played that by Vijay. That's his second boundary of this innings. 105 still required. That's a lot. Again, looking to pull it away towards the onside. They will sneak a bye. C&M really won't mind the singles at this stage.
हाँ भाई
Ajay ready to continue. Plays it quietly. Was there a bat? Was there any bat on it? That is a question. An appeal made by the bowling team wasn't a convincing appeal. So, in all probability, there was some inside edge on that one. Now, Adarsh has faced 19 deliveries.
बोल दियो
He needs to get a move on. He's 12 of
कितना डीप
19.
बनाना पता है
Plays it off the back foot straight to the fielder once again.
कितना कह रहा हूँ कितना कह रहा
Another dot. Final delivery of the over coming up.
हूँ मैंने 8
A
मिनट
boundary has come off this over. This has been a slightly better over for HSA, but they
मेरी
need
वजह भाई तेरी वजह पता
much more
कितनी
than
गिर
that.
रही है इस पे
Nicely
हाँ
played
तभी तो कहते भाई कहते
straight to
तेरी
long on.
तारीफ करी है ना सुबह
They
से
will
तो
come back for the
आज
second.
देख
Excellent running between the
हो
wickets.
सकता फिर
Nicely done. Good call as well. Good early call. That's the end of the ninth.
तुम भाई का चक्कर में
And HSA, they're 57 for 3 after the end of that one.
कह दी वो भाई किसी को सुनना है तू तेरी जुबान कब सुनना है तू तो बोल दी भाई तेरी जुबान कब सुनना है जुबान कब से हाँ इसके सीधे बोल दी भाई
Finish over. Pace bowler comes back into the attack. They sneak another bye. So Ajay has been called back into the attack. Or rather, it's not Ajay, it's jersey number 29, Basant, bowling his first. 101 are still required. The death over specialist is Basant. Bangs it in short. That's nicely played, but there is protection there. Keeps it to just one. Now 100 more runs required. After this, 10 more overs to go. We are approaching the halfway mark. Vijay back on strike. Vijay batting on 10 of 11 deliveries. Once again, bags it in short, but away from the tram line. We'll have to bowl again that one. That's something that HSA did really well. They didn't give away too many extras. C&M already have conceded way too many extras in this innings. There was no long on. There was a fielder in the deep. Takes full toll of it. Nicely done. And now slowly a partnership is brewing. They've got to pick up the pace. So Basant has been guilty of banging it in short, way too short. And the batsmen have had enough time to wait for it off the back foot and hit it away towards the fence. So now certain field changes being applied. Others moves to 19 with that boundary. Basant again running in. He's resorted to around the wicket. Looks to dab it away towards the third man region. Once again, another fumble by the keeper allows the batsman to take a single. You can't afford to give too many extra singles like that. Remember, this is not the biggest of totals. You're trying to defend. Vijay back on strike, batting on 10. Outside of, once again away from the tramline. This has been a long over. They will get a bye too. 10 runs have already come off this over. Two more deliveries to go. Others ready to face Basant, who's running in. Full toss. Nicely timed by the batsman. Excellent fielding. And good fielding in tandem. Gets another couple of runs. So final delivery of the over coming up. HSA at the moment 71 for 3. Finally a partnership for them. Again takes it on the full and puts it in the gap. A boundary to finish the over. 75 for 3 at the halfway mark are HSA. And they're looking to chase down 159 and it would be drinks on the field. Still 84 required. Bangs it in short and is put that away. What a hit that is! What did he have for drinks? That is a question. Well, drinks are off the field and immediately he's put that away towards the fence. So I was saying that they're looking to chase down 159 and it will take some chasing. But HSA, off to a good note in the second phase of this innings. Vijay moves to 16 in quick time. Mehul bowling his third. Sits up nicely for him. That was a mammoth six as well. So 78 more required. Can we get to see more of such hits? Away from the tram line. We'll have to re-bowl that one. Immediately the bowler under pressure. Bowling a wider line. Looking to bowl away from the radar of the batsman. So we've got a switch of ends. That's the mandatory rule in this competition. After 10 overs, we're going to switch ends for all the teams. That's another good looking stroke. Was hit well and it's hit in the gap as well. Nicely done. There were two fielders there and he's bisected both of them nicely. And now Vijay getting a move on 50 partnership between these two of just 27 deliveries. Very good stroke. Vijay moves to 20 in quick time. C&M all now feeling the pressure. Wide, doesn't get it off the middle of the bat. Straight to the fielder at extra cover. You would be disappointed with that one, Vijay. Gave it his all. Threw his hard hands at it, but not of the meat of the bat. Just turns it away towards the mid-wicket region. Thought about a single. Adarsh wasn't interested. So immediately there's a change of mindset of HCA after the drinks break. Looks to play the booming drive towards the offside, way too far away from his body. Another dot. This already has been a big over for HSA. They've got a boundary of it and a maximum. So final delivery of the over coming up. Mehul is ready to run in. 73 more required. Goes big. That's a very good shot. Tremendous shot that. That's very difficult to play as well. Goes onto the back foot against a faster bowler and puts it through extra cover, almost going inside out. A fabulous over for HSA. 15 runs coming off it. 90 for 3 after 11 overs. They need 69 more runs off the next 9 overs. So the equation now way more comfortable. 69 or 54. And if things to come, Mehul bowling an expensive over, start of a fresh over. This is the 12th. Swings it hard. Adarsh. He too going for his strokes now. During the drinks break, the HSA camp would have told their batsmen to go for it, to swing it hard. Because you can see the change in approach all of a sudden. Survival is what they were looking for before the first 10. And that's brilliant running between the wickets. Excellent running between the wickets. They've come back for 2. pretty quickly. Now HSA approaching the 100-run mark. They're on top. Once again, the run rate has picked up. It's 8.12. What a turnaround this drinks break has been. Basant Kumar has been expensive. This is his second over. Adarsh batting on 27. Basant steaming in. Let's it go, the batsman. Might be a wide. It is a wide. Wide signal by the umpire, and they sneak a pie as well. So it's really food for thought. What did Vijay have during the drinks break? He so quickly shifted gears and 100 up for HSA with that magnificent shot. Had the confidence and cleared a long off convincingly in the end. What a good stroke. And they are picking up the pace now. HSA, C&M all of a sudden. It seems like they've lost their voices. 59 required. This is the 12th over. Basant Kumar has been mighty expensive. And Vijay going along nicely. 30 of just 18. Initially, it looked like he was struggling. The strike rate was below 60. And what a shot that is! That is brilliant. I've never seen something like that in this tournament. That might be the best maximum in this tournament. Wonderful hit. Moves to 36. This is scintillating cricket. I've never seen anything like that. 53 required of 50. How things have turned round. Now C&M fielders, they've got one task, and that is to retrieve the ball every now and then when Vijay hits it to the fence. This is brilliant counter-attacking cricket. Basant hasn't had a good day. 32, and he's just into his second with two more deliveries to go. Vijay looking in ominous form. With on offer again. This time sweeper cover. Should get to it. He does. And Vijay looking to play the same stroke he played the previous delivery. And it's one shot too many. That is unfortunate. And I believe he's just thrown it away. A run a ball would have done. But what a knock he's played. Brilliant cameo. He's brought HSA back into the game. Goes for 36, does Vijay. 36 of just 20 deliveries. HSA have lost their fourth. They're 106 for 4. So Basant finally has a wicket to his name. It's been expensive, hasn't been his day, but the dangerous Vijay has departed, goes into the kitty of Basant. So Amit Kujur is the new batter who walks out to the middle. Will be facing his first delivery. Batting at number 6 is Amit. Basant running in. Fuller faces the close of the. That's a successful over that comes to an end. 12th gone. They're 106 for 4. So start of a fresh over. Ajay is back into the attack. Adarsh is the man on strike, batting on 27. Makes room for himself, cuts it away straight to the field at covers. No chance of a run. It's a dot delivery. Goes big, hits it straight down the ground. Wonderful stroke that by Adarsh. There's no chance for any fielder there. Hits it really well. That's a good hit to the fence. Calculated risk taken by Adarsh. And now 49 required of 45. Ajay started off well in this over, but that was nicely tossed up. And Adarsh playing it over the bowler's head. Ajay to continue. He's bowled well. This is his final over of this match. Tosses it up nicely again. Checks his shot at the last moment. Just a chip. Amit off the mark with that single. Just getting accustomed to the pace of the pitch is Amit. Has just walked out. That was just his second delivery that he faced. Final delivery of the over coming up. And once again, dabs out really late. Works it away towards third man. Gets a single and he will keep strike. 13th gone. HSA 113 for 4. And others still out there. He's batting sensibly. He's batting on 33. So start of a fresh new over. Basant comes back into the attack and that's put away. Sweeper cover can't get to it. He does try, but he can't. Once again with on offer. And Adarsh was well up to the task, using the pace of the bowler nicely. Once again, good connection. Another boundary. 42 or 41 now. Things looking much more comfortable for HSA. What a turnaround this has been after the drinks break. That particular over from Mehul, that just turned the tables in this game. Once again goes for it through the offside. Sweeper cover. This time misjudges it. Turned after pitching. Goes away from him. He was approaching the ball. Came in too far, too quick. Back to back boundaries. Basant is really having an off day. What a calculated innings this has been from Adarsh, who's picked up the pace at the last moment, changes his shot, was looking to advance down the track. The bowler bowling it fuller, and Adarsh in the end just taps it away towards the offside. Just 38 required now. This is the 14th over, 6 more overs to go after this one. Again looks to use his feet. He's not happy, will take a single. He's upset with himself. He wanted to put it away towards that onside. There's a big vacant gap between cow corner and long on. Also, there's a big gap between mid wicket and fine leg. There's just one fielder standing at square leg. He's within the circle. Wide-ish delivery. They will sneak another single. The keeper is having a tough time behind the stumps. Now HSA are in a very strong position and it's their game to lose. If they play till the 20th over, they should win this one. Only silly mistake can prompt a defeat for them out of this one. The current run rate has improved. It's in excess of 9 at the moment. 35 still to get. Adarsh is the man on strike. Wide-ish delivery again. Should be a wide. Yes, it is. Basant really has looked off color. Just 34 required now. This partnership already 19 of 11. Takes it on the full. Hits it straight down the ground. Long on. Should get to it. Again, not of the meat of the bat. Not the timing you would have liked there. Just a single in the end. Another long over from Basant. Final delivery of the over coming up. Amit looks to play it away towards the offside. Another wide. Or is it? It's not. It's within the tram line, I believe. No signal from the umpire. That's the end of the 14th. Another good over for HSA. They're 126 for 4. Now just 33 to get of the next 6 overs. So start of the 15th over. Rizwan is back into the attack. Rizwan had bowled out really well up front with the new ball in the power plays, gave away just 9 runs off his 2 overs. Now he's got a job at hand. Adarsh is looking dangerous for C&M. Batting on 42, bid his time, got set, and now is taking the attack to the bowl. The captain just setting his field. and it's a field where the offside is completely packed. And surprisingly enough, there's no third man. Others will be aware of that. That's exactly what he was trying to do. Is looking to open the face of the bat towards the third man region. Gets a single. Once again, the keeper having a torrid time behind the stumps. He's been tested today. Jersey number 9 has been asked to put in the dives every now and then. Amit, uh, he would know his role. His role would be to hand back the strike to Adarsh as much as possible. Rizwan bowling his third. Takes it on the full. Amit heaves it away towards the onside. That's a good shot. And a good stop by the fielder. Keeps it down to just a 1. Adarsh batting on 43. If he gets to his half century, then HSA can be confident that they have more or less won this game. His bottom hand coming off it. Quick single taken once again. Another run. 30 required now of 33. Amit back on strike. Rizwan once again keeping things tight. Just 3 singles of the first 3 deliveries of this over. What a catch! What a catch! What a reaction! That was hit hard by Amit on the full. Hits it straight, and Rizwan takes an absolute blinder. My word, that ball was travelling. What a player Rizwan is for his team. Gets a 50, bowls well, tremendous fielder as well. And just when his team required a breakthrough, gets one for himself and his team as well. That's the first wicket he's picked up, and a big one as well. Could that be the turnaround in this game? HSA have lost half their side. They're 129 for 5.
कभी ऐसा हुआ है पानी पे ऊपर से बीट आ गई हो हाँ भाई ऐसे नहीं बोल रहा तेरा नाम लेके बोलूंगा तेरे को बोलूंगा तो इससे आता हूँ भाई बना दिया नहीं बनाया हमें खाना भी है ठंडा नहीं खाते हम हमें पत्थर है ऊपर नीचे हो रहा है मैं दो बार बच गया ये लगा देता हूँ दोनों के लिए रेडी लंबे रेट पे करते हैं
So the new man walks out to the middle. The good thing for HSA is the fact that Adarsh is still out there. He's at the non-striker's end, though. This has been a good over from Rizwan. Can do it all down the leg side. Just as I say that, they will sneak a single as well. Will be a wide and a bye. I beg your pardon. Amresh is the new batsman who's walked out. He's at the non-striker's end now. Just 28 required. 32 deliveries still in place. Two more deliveries to go in this over. Just taps it around the corner. Almost thought about a single, but decides against it. Others are playing a calculated knock here today. He took his time, understood what the bowlers were trying to do, what their plans were, understood what the pitch was doing. And once he got set, he's taken the attack to the bowling, and that's another good shot. That might be a boundary. It is a boundary. Yes, it is. Does all the hard work, the sweeper cover fielder, that gets it to the fence. The batsman just 24 required. Another good over that for the batting team. HSA, they're 135 for 5 after the end of the 15th. Just 24 more required. And they've got 4 overs in hand. Sutara is back into the attack. These are the death overs. 24 required. 30 deliveries remain. The new man, Amrish, is the batsman who's on strike. He's yet to get off the mark is Amrish. Fine leg comes to the third man position, but he's very fine. He's really, really fine. There's still a big gap between the field at gully and third man. That's nicely played. Misfield allows the batsman to take a single. Can't afford that C&M at this point of time. 23 required. Adarsh is back on strike, batting on 48. What a milestone it would be in this run chase if he gets to that 50 run mark. They can do it, run a ball. But this knock really has been the turnaround in this run chase. Plays it defensively. No chance of a run there.
भाई रोल खा लो कितनी देर बची है
Tarachand is bowling his third. He's bowled well, has picked up a wicket. Again, Adarsh, very sensible. So the required run rate has been brought down to 5.5. Things looking under control for HSA. Adarsh again just taps it away towards the offside, gets a quick single. Amrish gets to the striking end. So 22 required with that single. This is the 16th over. C&M, they need wickets. And they need the wicket of Adarsh out of all people. That's a very good shot, but straight back to the bowler. Hits it hard, does Amrish. Not the placement that he desired. So final delivery of the over coming up. Just guides it away towards the mid-wicket region. He's running hard as Adarsh. He was running to the danger end. That's the end of the over. A quiet over that. 16 gone. HSA, they're 138 for 5. So start of a fresh over. Just four more overs to go. Just 21 required for HSA. Amresh is the man on strike who heaves it away towards the onside, gets a single. And Adarsh is back on strike, courtesy that single, and he's batting on 49. Just one run away from a wonderful half century. The skipper is bowling his final over. He's given away 24 runs and he's picked up an important wicket. Adarsh facing the skipper turns it away towards the mid wicket region. Will get a single and a wonderful half century for Adarsh. 50 of just 46 deliveries has been massive in the context of the game. Really well played. The first 50 in this HSA innings. Now just 19 required. Mehul bowling to Amrish. Amrish is a big striker of the ball, hits it hard, smokes it. An appeal made at the non-striker's end, but I'm sure Amrish has made his ground. So now 18 are required. Adarsh has got 8 hits to the fence. And C&M at this moment would be really thinking what hit them after that drinks break, because things were really going their way. HSA had lost 3 wickets. Their main players back in the heart, Adarsh and Vijay, they were not scoring at a brisk pace. And all of a sudden, that first over from Mehul, and Vijay just smoked him for a six and then a boundary. And then Adarsh came along nicely. Sloppy bit of fielding. Will get a single. Amresh back on strike, courtesy that single.
पास जा पास
That's a good stroke, but only for a single though. One more run added to the total. Final delivery of the over coming up. Just 16 required. Adarsh is the man on strike. Mehul will finish his quota. Goes big, goes straight. What a shot that is! And what a way to finish the over as well. Just 10 required, and HSA they're 149 for 5. Others out there looking $1 million. 16 gone. So start off the 18th over. Rizwan will be bowling his final. Amresh looks to play it straight back to the bowler though. Rizwan has been mighty impressive. Has given away just 18 runs and he's picked up an important wicket too. Amresh out there batting on 5 of 7. Others batting On 57, he's at the non-striker's end. Just 10 required. Rizwan just losing his. Rizwan steaming in again. Once again, hit hard, but straight back to the bowler. We saw Rizwan taking that fine catch of his own bowling. That was hit so hard. Amit, the man who had departed, but what a fine catch that was. One of the best catches of the tournament, showing great reflexes. Another dot. So Rizwan building the pressure with his tight bowling. Still fairly comfortable for HSA. 15 deliveries in hand, just 10 to get. I'm sure Amresh will swing hard. He's got the license to go for it because Adarsh is well set. He's looking really good. He's looking comfortable at the other end. Goes big. Hasn't got the timing. Should be taken. It is taken. So another wicket goes down. So Amresh goes for 5. He was looking for the big shot. I told you he'd be looking for that big shot. And he's holed out at long on. So HSA have lost their 6th. The new man has walked out. Ahmed is the new batsman. He'll be facing his first delivery. Rizwan has got the ball in his hands, has picked up 2 wickets, looking to build the pressure. Wickets and dot deliveries. Fine over this by Rizwan. No runs conceded of it so far. Wrapped on the pads, and the umpire raises a swinger. That's another wicket. Well, Ahmed was very late on it. He doesn't want to walk out, but he will have to. And he's on a hat trick now, Rizwan. So, is there a turnaround in this game? Well, Adarsh is still at the non striker's end, but Rizwan Rihad on strike at the moment. He's, beg your pardon, he's on a hat trick at the moment. Final delivery of his spell. What a spell this has been. Got a half century for his team. He's been brilliant out there in the field and brilliant with the ball as well. What a performance this by Rizwan. Can he pull off a miracle here?
तेज धुआं से, पोल्यूशन से ही है, गले में लगता है।
So the new man walks out. Hat trick delivery. Rizwan just fine tuning his field. Debraj is the batsman who will face the hat trick delivery. Here we go. Rizwan is steaming in. Hat trick ball. That's nicely played. Good shot straight to the fielder. But what an over that was. A wicket maiden. A double wicket maiden. And 18th gone. And HSA, they're 149 for 7.
हेलो हेलो, हाँ हाँ, ये बात है। मैं क्या बताऊँ, मैं सच्ची कह रहा हूँ, मैं ना करने बात बात करूँ, समझ ना आ रही हमारी बात की, पर
So
ना
the penultimate over will be bowled by Tara Chandra.
ना मैंने पूछ लिया।
He'll be bowling out his final over.
अरे मैंने बेरो ना क्यों भड़क, मैंने पता कैसे भी छोड़ दिया बेफालतू में।
10 runs required, 12 deliveries to go. Can they build on some pressure here, CNM?
ठीक है, 2 मिनट नहीं हुए, सॉरी।
They would be mindful of the fact that Tara Chandra is bowling this penultimate over, but Basant, who hasn't
करो आगे
had a good day with the ball in his hands, he'll be bowling the final over.
दवा चढ़ूंगा,
Here we go.
मेरा माफ कर
Tara,
दो, मैं ना
he's
करूँगा
running in.
एक बार, सॉरी खातर मैसेज करो, ठीक है,
Adarsh on strike, dot delivery.
ठीक है, बस
So dots
नहीं तो भाड़ में जाओ,
will build the pressure,
ठीक है, पर
will make this game more interesting.
पर वो ये कि यार
Adarsh
मैं
is well set,
मतलब वो
batting on 57 of 49. What a knock this has been.
ठीक है,
Well, it's still easy for HSA.
नहीं तो
Nicely done. Nicely done. Just using the pace of the bowler. Works it in the gap. Should get at least two.
कहाँ है
And they get two.
अभी, कहाँ कहाँ रास्ते में कहाँ जाएगा
This is
कौन।
brilliant batting. Adarsh has looked so composed today.
मैंने तभी कही थी मत कर बात,
Wonderful stroke.
मत कर बात, तू वहाँ पे एक मैसेज का वो पूरा भंडार
Gets
फेंक देगा
another
मैसेज
couple
का,
of
मैं
runs. Moves to
मैं घूम
59 now.
मैं घूम
They are two boundaries away from victory here.
यार तो मैं घूमूंगा ही,
And he would be aware of the fact
समझ
that
में नहीं आ
Basant
रहा अब आगे बंदी है,
will be bowling the final over. He's hit it big.
मैं भाड़ वो
That's massive. Stylish stroke that.
बट
Was it the helicopter shot? That is the question. It looked like it. What a knock this has been. It's been so good to watch.
वो बॉल
Definitely had a flourish,
मैंने
a
कहा था तुम
helicopter
बुला
like
लेते,
flourish in the end.
तो भाई ठीक है मोगल भाई बुला लेते, कोई
Adarsh
दिक्कत ना गई तो बुला लेते, बाकी मर्जी है, हाँ
is
हाँ
picked up
ठीक
the
है,
pace so nicely,
बात
just two
ठीक है ठीक है
required.
घूमे हैं भाई, वहाँ फिर कदम में तो बोले मुंह दिखा
This
लेते,
has been a
मैं
brilliant turnaround for
मैं
HSA.
छोटी भाड़ समझ के दिखा लगा रहा हूँ,
Bittersweet victory for them,
कितना
and a big one as well.
मैंने तो भाई हाथ ही पकड़ ले पूरा, फिर मैं इसलिए कच्ची ना करी, देखो ये जोड़ हाथ मेरे तो मना करिए,
So Tara
दो तीन
Chandरा
बॉलिंग के साथ खेला, अरे मैं
has
खेल
given
लूंगा
away
यार, कोई
31
दिक्कत नहीं है,
runs.
खतरा खेल लूंगा मैं,
Adarsh, how well has he batted
मैं
today?
समझ रहा हूँ, अरे
This
तुम
has
ना
to
भाड़
be the innings
मैं
of
भाड़
this
में जाऊँ,
tournament.
ठीक है, मैं ना करनी है ना,
Once
ठीक है,
again, looking to guide it away towards
मैं
the third
तुम
man region, played and missed.
बाद में हर्ट हुआ, मैं इससे पहले कह रहा सॉरी, मैं ना किसी को, ठीक है,
Two more
मैं
deliveries
एक
to
बार
go in this over.
टूट चुका हूँ, दोबारा टूट गया ना, तो मेरी गाल बहुत खुश हो जाओगे, जिसने मेरा हाथ छोड़ा तो उसके बाद तो मैंने तो मतलब वो कर दी, तो
Tara ready to run in.
करना बंद हो, तो मन खाता नहीं आता, और यहाँ से तो मैं दोस्त आपने बचा दूंगा कोई बात,
Once again, the captain just making sure that the
अरे
field is set
क्या करना है,
nice and well.
सोचा था कि हाँ फ्यूचर वगैरह वही होता है ना,
Looks to go big. There was definitely an edge on it.
सुनो ना, तो आज
The
पता है
keeper not
क्या बात
collecting
है,
it cleanly.
और वक्त की अहमियत जब पता लगे जब उसका दिखता है, ठीक है,
Was that a missing opportunity? I know it's too late, even if he had
तभी
collected
कह रहा हूँ
that
मैं,
cleanly. but could have been a window of opening there. I'm sure others will be looking for a single
अरे मुझे पता है मेरे मेरे पास
to
मेरे साथ
keep
पता क्या हुआ था
strike.
कॉलेज टाइम में कि एक दोस्त कल तो मैं किसी लड़की से बात नहीं करता
The
घर पे कभी
batsman
भी
is taking his time.
मैं ऐसा था कि कॉलेज गया अपने दोस्तों के
Um,
साथ रहा
there's
बात
a
करी अपने दोस्तों
there are
से
no
सीधा
boundary
मैं
riders on the
कॉलेज में
onside. He
पहुंच
will
गया सीधा
definitely be looking
तो
for
फिर
that vacant
वो
spot.
कभी किसी के पास नहीं थी किसी जिसे कहते हैं किसी के पास नहीं थी
Unconventional
मुझे
stance.
नहीं पता कहाँ से किसी को आईडी मिली मेरे पास मैसेज आया
Goes back,
मैं बोला
picks up his area
मैं तो देता हूँ
and picks it out well.
कोई हो
A
मेरे साथ
boundary. What a way to finish a cricket match.
मैं बोला
Stays not out on 69 and remarkable run chase, remarkable composure shown by others.
और आप कोई
He finishes things off with a very good stroke towards the onside. He had a sighter. He knew there was no protection on the onside, and that's exactly where he went. What a run chase this has been. A clinical performance, and they won this one with 4 wickets in hand and with an over to spare.
हाँ दोस्त हम बन सकते हैं बात कर सकते हैं कोई दिक्कत नहीं मुझे कोई ठीक है पर वो काफ़ी दूर में